More than 7 million people has been counted as climate refugee. This is not just a number, this is a global statement. More than 14 million people has been facing the waterless scenario. They don't know how to survive in a country in a year with a particular daily waste water. They have no resources. War and conflict has destroyed the complete balance sheet of a country. I am talking about Syria. We all know post 2011, the scenario has been completely changed, and the crisis of more than 14 million people has been under threat. They don't know where is their resources, how do they survive, what should be their upcoming strategy, who will maintain their development. That is a crisis. That is a question for the world, for the upcoming generations, and also upcoming developing nations and developed nations. The question is not new. Since 1956 to 2025, Syria at present facing the world's one of the most water scarcity scenario. They have the limited sources, not only they have the sources which can use maximum 90 minutes of water in a month. That is a crisis. They don't know how to maintain a daily issues for the water issues. They don't know what should be the future. This is a time of disaster. This is a time of climate crisis. This is a time of climate conflict. When we are talking about green transitions, when we're talking about making new policies, the new climate finance initiatives, the investments, then there should be a proper discussions about these 14 million people who don't know where should be the water. Their groundwater level has down to more than 70 feet. That is one of the biggest crises at present because the level of the water becomes more contaminated, more dangerous for their drinking purpose. They are losing their identities for this particular issue. They have to make a conflict the scenario. They have to accept it that they are the climate refugee. They are under the climate displacement. Today, we are not only discussing about the Syria issue, we are discussing about the global conflict, about the crisis of climate issues, about the impact of climate issues, about the disaster of climate issues for more than 10 million people in the world who are facing a daily crisis and the daily completely devastating scenario. And in the Middle East, we all know there is already in climate disaster for unusual rainfall, or better say zero rainfall, because the climate change has completely changed the scenario of their strategically identity of weather. But the thing is that zero level of weather rain scenario, and also the complete devastating scenario of our situation has been damaged the water management body, which is actually completely impact these kinds of situation at present. Since 2011, the water management body has been destroyed by the ideological strategically members who don't know actually how to survive this crisis. But the thing is that this is a time to a bigger purpose. We all know that Syria people are almost facing crisis for the daily lifestyle from the multiple conflict scenario, multiple economic perspective, but they are dying. They are dying of resources. They are dying of zero water. They are dying as a waterless country. They are dying as heat waves. They are facing more than 45 degrees centigrade temperature. They don't know how to maintain the reforestations because the land has been contaminated. They don't know how to maintain the trees. They don't know how to maintain the fossil fuels. They don't know how to maintain the carbon emissions. When we're talking about particularly a rain cycle, they don't know what is the cycle is also. We have developed countries, we have the power of developing nations, many more things. This is not like a purpose of maintaining $100 million or $100 million on the particular scenario to implicate on the particular development. But this is the part of humanity. What we are thinking, this is the crisis. This is a time of dangerous scenario at present in Syria. Not only a particular issue. Think about the children. Think about the boys who are the age under 18. What should be their future perspective? What should be their future goal? The strategy is completely dangerous at present. This is the time to take actions from the policymakers or the global leaders. That is the point. We have to maintain this kinds of scenario from the survival situation, survival strategy. How to maintain a country, how to make a balance it. Syria itself a country, the world map. We should know about it. We should know about their crisis. And this is the time of discussions. This is the time to implications. A COP30 or a conference of parties not only for a discussion, not only for thinking on a particular party movement. This is about to think of implications. Implications for a developing countries, implications for a country who is under crisis, extreme climate victimized. This is a time to discussions. Thank you for